Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing another bento box work lunch ideas video. This video is sponsored by Bento, and in my previous work lunches video I featured the original Jinko bento, now with the matching positive graphic Jinko water bottle, both part of the permanent collection, and the limited edition Maneki Nico, now with the matching positive graphic bottle. They also now have the limited edition original Nami with the matching reusable bottle too, and in today's video I'll be featuring the Nami original bento box with their new Pop Infinity insulated stainless steel bottle, which keeps drinks hot or cold for up to 12 hours. You can find a 10% off discount code for Bento in the description box below this video. Onto the lunchbox recipes. As always, I've set this out as a weekly plan, but they can otherwise be used as individual recipes. I first meal prepped to cover the lunches for the whole week, and for this I made some curried yogurt tempeh first. I started by cutting some chunks of tempeh into cubes. I then made the curry yogurt marinade by adding 1/4 cup of plain vegan yogurt to a bowl, along with 2 tablespoons of yellow curry paste. You could use any curry paste for this, but I would recommend a yellow paste. I added in 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, the juice of half a lime, and seasoned it with some salt and black pepper. I then just mixed that all together really well to make sure that it was well combined. Next, I added the cube tempeh pieces in and just turned them through the marinade to get them well coated. This then needs a good hour to marinate, so this could be made a day in advance. I just placed it in an airtight container and popped it in the fridge to chill for 60 minutes. After an hour, I transferred the curried yogurt tempeh to a baking dish and just made sure they were well spread out. I then placed that in the preheated oven to bake for 25 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. I removed it after 25 minutes once they were fully baked and had a lovely golden colour to them. Then once cool, I transferred them to a container to store them in. Next, I made some Cajun spiced black beans with green pepper, and for this I first added 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar to a bowl with 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of tomato puree, then 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of Cajun spice mix, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of onion granules, 1 teaspoon of garlic granules, 1 teaspoon of dried mixed herbs, and 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, seasoned with some salt and pepper, and then I added in 1/2 cup of water. I mixed that together until it was combined well, and next I added in 1 can of rinsed and drained black beans. I gave the beans a good stir through and then again left it to marinate for a minimum of 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I heated 1 tablespoon of oil in a pan. Then I sliced up a green bell pepper. I reserved half of the green pepper and stored it in an airtight container in the fridge. I then added the sliced green pepper to the pan and just fried those off for a few minutes. I then added in the marinated Cajun spiced black beans and cooked those on a medium-high heat for around 20 minutes. Until most of the liquid had reduced and it was well cooked through. Once cool, I then placed it in an airtight container. And lastly, I made a pickled salad by adding 1/4 of a shredded red cabbage to a bowl. I then removed the skin of a carrot, then peeled it into ribbons using a potato peeler. I did the same with 1/4 of a cucumber. I squeezed in the juice of half a lime, added in 1 teaspoon of rice vinegar, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of black onion seeds, and then added in some chopped fresh coriander. I just tossed that all together until it was well mixed through, and again transferred it to an airtight container. And that was it for the meal prep. So I'd made the curried yogurt tempeh, the Cajun spiced black beans with green pepper, and the pickled salad. And as I said, this can be done the day before to set you up for a week of lunches ahead. So if you follow this as a week of lunch ideas, Monday's lunch, or just the first idea, is a curried yogurt tempeh, mango and pickled salad wrap. I took a tomato tortilla for this, which I had just warmed up, Any wrap will work. I spread on a layer of hummus first, then I added on a handful of salad leaves. I then took the pickled salad and added on around a third of that. I then sliced up some mango and I added that on. Then I took the curried yogurt tempeh pieces and I added on around a third of those. I then folded the ends of the wrap up and rolled this as tightly as possible to hold it together, and then just sliced it in half. The inside of the wrap then looked a little something like this. I popped that in one of the bento boxes with some salad in the sides. I then took one of the Bento sauce cups and I added some extra hummus into that. Then I took some of these chili and lime quinoa chips from Eat Real. I use these chips in every lunchbox video, but they are so good and really great for lunches throughout the week. I added a handful of those into the compartment. Then in the sauce pot, I added some vegan yogurt. And then in the other side of that, I added a handful of blueberries and raspberries. As I mentioned, the pop insulated bottle can either be filled with hot drinks or cold drinks. It's great for smoothies and juices. I tend to just drink water throughout the day, but I fill it with iced water to keep it extra cold for the full 12 hours. You guys know by now I love a lunchbox wrap. I share them every video. This one was delicious. The curried yogurt tempeh is so good, but together with the creamy hummus, the sweet and juicy mango, and the pickled cabbage, carrot, and cucumber salad, it was all such a good combination. You could also add in some avocado, some sticks of cucumber, some spring onion or red onion. There's lots of different ways that you could switch this up with the ingredients you have available to make it slightly different each and every time. Tuesday's lunch, or a second idea, is a Cajun spiced black bean burrito box. For this I had some leftover cooked brown rice, so I first added that into one of the bento boxes. I then took the Cajun spiced black beans and added around half of that into the bento box as well. Next I added in a handful of salad leaves and also half an avocado in its shell just to stop it becoming mushy in the box. You can squeeze either lemon or lime juice over this to help it from discolouring throughout the day. I also added in a wedge of lime, some chopped fresh coriander over the top, as well as some chili flakes. I had some vegan white coconut cheese too, which I crumbled over, but you could use any vegan cheese that you like, or coconut yogurt in a sauce cup would be great too. Then for some snacks, I added in some more of those chili and lime quinoa chips. I filled the sauce pot with some hummus, and then in the side I'd cut the remaining mango from Monday's lunch into cubes and added that in with some raspberries. This was such a quick and easy lunch to throw together because all of the work was already prepared. I usually always cook extra rice or pasta the night before for lunch boxes. It's so handy for the next day. Obviously the Cajun spiced black beans were already made too, and it was just really lovely with the creamy avocado and the tangy vegan white cheese, but you could have this with some white rice or some quinoa too. I will just say when it comes to rice, this really either needs to be kept in the fridge if it's going to be eaten cold, or heated through thoroughly if you have the option of using a microwave at work. Wednesday's lunch, or the third idea, is some mini curried yogurt tempeh and green pepper skewers. For this I took the other half of the green pepper left over from the meal prep and just cut that into smaller pieces. I had these mini wooden spoons that I used for skewers, but you could use cocktail sticks. I then threaded on the green pepper and then took the curried yogurt tempeh pieces and threaded those on too. Then just alternated those, so each skewer had 3 pieces of pepper and 3 pieces of tempeh. I had some leftover cooked white rice which I packed into a measuring cup. I used the back of the spoon to really press it in well together, and then I used that to form a rice dome in the bento box. I added some mixed salad leaves around it, and then I took another third of a portion of the pickled salad that I'd meal prepped. I added that in, and then I added in both of the mini skewers, as well as a wedge of lime, some black onion seeds, and some fresh chopped coriander. For snacks, in the sauce pot I put some plain vegan yogurt. I also added in some wedges of grapefruit, and then in the opposite side I'd cut up a Trek chocolate protein oat flapjack. These are my favourite. This was just another idea to use the tempeh pieces, something a little bit different for lunch, but you don't have to do these as skewers. You could just add the tempeh and the pepper into the box with the rice and salad. I just used the green pepper raw, but you could add roasted vegetables onto the skewers. Some tomatoes, red onion or courgette would all be delicious. And again, you could have this with brown rice, quinoa, or even some couscous as an alternative to the white rice. Thursday's lunch, or idea number 4, is a Cajun spice black bean and avocado wrap. I took a char-grilled tortilla wrap for this, which I'd warmed up. Again, any wrap will work. I spread on a layer of hummus first, then I took the remaining half of the Cajun spice black beans with green peppers and added the rest of that on next. I then sliced up half an avocado and added that on, along with some more crumbled vegan white coconut cheese and also a handful of mixed salad leaves. Again, I just folded in the ends and wrapped it up as tightly as possible to make sure it all held together well, and then just sliced it in half. The inside of the wrap looked a little something like this. I placed that into one of the bento boxes with some salad in the sides as well as some sliced cucumber too. Then as a snack, I added in some more of the chili and lime quinoa chips. I put some hummus in the sauce pot, and then I put some raspberries and blueberries on the other side, as well as a few squares of vegan dark chocolate. Again, this is such a quick and easy wrap to put together in the morning before work. The Cajun spice black beans are so tasty. It works so well with the hummus, the avocado and the vegan white cheese. I almost put some sliced mango in this as well, but I don't think I could have possibly fit any more into it. But mango would have worked great as well for a sweet element. You could also add in some brown rice or quinoa to make this more of a burrito. And some extra veggies like red onion, tomatoes or peppers would all be great in this too. And lastly, Friday's lunch, or the final idea, is a curried yoghurt tempeh noodle salad. I had some pre-cooked rice noodles here, so I added those into one of the bento boxes first. I also added in a handful of mixed salad leaves. I used up the remaining pickled salad and added that into the box as well. I also took the last of the curried yoghurt tempeh pieces and added those into the box too, as well as a wedge of lime, some black onion seeds and dried chili flakes, and then some fresh chopped coriander. As a snack, I put some plain vegan yogurt in the sauce pot. I put some slices of cucumber in the side of the bento box, and then in the other compartment I put some red grapefruit. I just removed the peel and sliced this up, as well as some blueberries and raspberries too. At the end of the week, this is such a good way to use up what's left of the meal prep and anything else you have left over. The curry tempeh works so well in this as a cold noodle salad with the pickled salad as well. If you wanted to switch this up and add in something different, some avocado or mango would be great, as well as some stir-fried veggies. And that's it for another week of lunch ideas for work. Don't forget to check the description box for the Mom Bento discount code. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!